Hello, Instagram. Hello, happy Sunday. Welcome to Tea Time with Dr. Iyabo on Sunday. Is it February 23rd? Please correct me if I'm wrong, but welcome to Tea Time with Dr. Iyabo. I took a break last Sunday because it was Valentine's Day weekend, but I promised you guys that I would be here the following Sunday on Tea Time with Dr. Iyabo. So everybody, hello. Welcome. Get your teacup ready because it's tea time with Dr. Iyabo, and I have my tea that my husband made me just a few minutes ago, and it's also one of my favorite cups because we bought it from England on our last trip to England. It has Big Ben, it has the UK flag, it has all sorts of, I can't really see what on there, the Union Jack. It just has a lot of symbolism of England. Hey, Dr. Moni. Hello, one of my favorite sisters in the whole wide world. One of my sisters from another mother. Hi, Dr. Moni. Welcome. Thank you. I am Miss Becca for saying I'm beautiful. Everybody, welcome. It is tea time with Dr. Iyabo. Show me your teacup emojis. I know I cannot see you, but show me your teacup emojis. Post a teacup emoji so that I'll know that you're on the right show. You're on Tea Time with Dr. Iyabo, the best talk show on Instagram Live. Yes, it is the best show on Instagram Live. My talk show is where you learn about relationships, about dating, about marriage, about self-care, self-love, skincare, confidence, business, financial freedom, wealth building. It's like self-esteem, weight loss, name it. I will discuss it on my talk show as long as it has to do with the lives of women and with the well-being of women. I will discuss it. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Dr. Iyabo Webzel. I'm a pediatrician of 31 or 32 years. I'm a practice owner, 2 times entrepreneur, self-made millionaire. I am a wife, a mom of 4, a public speaker. What I'm doing here, I am, what else? I'm an author, of course. I have a book published on Amazon that has been highly rated, that has changed many lives. And if there's anything I forgot, I'm a relationship coach, I'm a life coach, business coach, dating coach, wellness, weight loss coach, self-esteem coach, confidence coach, name it. I wear many hats. I do many things. And as women, we can wear many hats, we can do many things. Don't ever let anybody tell you otherwise. Don't ever let anybody dim your light. Don't ever let anybody say you're too much. If they think you're too much, they are the ones that are too little. Okay? Yes, thank you. Dire women. I think that's what that says. Thank you. Go, girl. Who run the world, girls? Who run the world, girls? Welcome to my tea time today. So I'm still discussing limitless. Yes, we women are limitless. Dire women, we're limitless. As long as we take care of ourselves, we practice self-care, we go for our health checkups, we go for our screenings, we eat our fruits and veggies, we drink lots of water, we avoid alcohol and smoking and all of those things, and we limit stress, and we are very quick to walk away from stress, and we sleep well. You see how my skin is shining this morning? I slept 10 hours, maybe even 11 hours. I had first done my first round of 3 hours sleep here on the couch. So from 7 p.m. till 10 p.m., my family was watching a movie, and I spent that time sleeping on my husband's chest, that's how I watch Netflix. I watch Netflix fast asleep on my husband's chest. There's no better place to be than when we snuggle on this couch together and I lay my head on his chest and I literally can't watch anything. I'm like, I just fall asleep. So I had done my first round of 3 hours down here. Then we went upstairs to sleep, and then between 10:20, I did all of my face routines because I wash my face at night and I put my night serum on and all of my concoctions on my face. Right? And then I slept another, I think I was on creating content, and I fell asleep from about 11:30 and I woke up at 8:15. So do the math. I think I slept 10 or 11 hours. So good sleep will do wonders to you. And guess what? It's only 2:20 here, okay? I want to tell you how many. It's 2:20 p.m. here, and I want to show you how many steps I've already done. I guess you'll be I've already done 9,996 steps. Let me see. I can't. Yeah, you see that on my watch? I'm almost at 10,000 steps. So sleep is the number one factor that is important for optimal health. If you sleep well, you're more likely to eat well during the day. You're more likely to be awake and alert, to be able to exercise. You'll find that if you don't sleep well, when you wake up, the first thing you want to eat is a donut or a croissant or sweet things, or drink coffee with tons of sugar in it. You won't want to exercise. You'll just sit down. You'll just sit down like a couch potato all day. Well, it depends on, somebody says, oh wow, mine is only 2,000 steps. Don't say only. It depends on what time you are in the part of the world you're in. After you're done watching this Tea Time with Dr. Iyabo, go and get more steps. Okay, go and get more steps. But I walk an average of 4 miles every day. I'm either walking outside or pacing up and down at 3 levels or 4 levels of our town home, or I'm walking on my elliptical at an incline. So, you know, and I'm turning 55 in April. So if I can do it, you can do it too. Okay? You can do it. That's fine. Somebody says, okay, she says, same time as my, that's fine. After you're done watching this talk show, put your walking shoes on and go outside and take more steps. And try to get to 6,000, 8,000 steps. If your doctor says it's fine, because this is not medical advice. I'm not trying to advise you because I don't know if you should be walking or not, but walking is very healthy. So that was my initial preamble. What is the topic today? So I was saying that the topic I've been discussing in the past few weeks on my talk show is from the poll that I took a few weeks ago. So I posted a poll on my stories and I asked some of you that, what are the topics you would like me to discuss on my talk show? And it was a long list, so I'm going down them one by one. And today I chose another one, and the topic is expectations. The lady said, she started off the question by typing expectations, and then she said, should a man expect sex after defining the relationship? And should women expect gifts and financial support? Okay, so I'm going to tap it here. So expectations. Okay, topic, expectations. Where is it? Come on, why is this frozen? Okay, expectations. All right, topic, expectations. Oh, thank you. Somebody says I'm amazing. Thank you, thank you. And you all are so amazing too, for sticking by me, for supporting my content, for loving my work, for supporting the work I do. Expectations. I'm just going to say expectations for men and women in a relationship. While I'm typing this, if there's any of your friends you feel need relationship advice and they need to be live on this talk show, tag them right now so that they can come and join us. Okay, tag them right now. Just type their handle starting with the @ sign. They'll see it. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Let me just pin this. Can I pin what you wrote? Yes. Thank you so much. You see? Oh my gosh, I just love my community of women. She was seeing me squinting and trying to type the topic, and she typed it for me. That is the true example of women supporting women, women helping women. Thank you so much. Somebody says my skin is amazing. Thank you so much. And I'm going to show you, let me see. Let me see something. Let me see. Okay, let me see. Let me see. No, cancel. I'm trying to do something. Okay, yeah. So somebody said my skin is amazing. I have a filter on, but this is my skin without a filter. Okay? This is my skin without a filter. I took the filter off. See, if there was a filter, you'll know, right? I wanted to show you. This is my skin without a filter. Yes, I have makeup on, but you guys even saw. Why am I even showing you this? The post I posted yesterday with my short hair, with my locks in the purple t-shirt, I posted it without a filter on. So this is my skin without a filter. My 54-year-old, almost 55-year-old skin. There you go. Okay, yeah. I'm telling you, this is no filter. You guys would know, right? If it was a filter, you'd see if I was doing this. This is my skin without a filter. So whatever you put into your body is what's going to show on your skin. Okay? People always ask me, what are the products you use? What are the products you use? I use a lot of really good products. I use Lancome as well as Caudalie. Those are the two skin products I use, Lancome and Caudalie. But it comes from inside. It's the food you eat. It's the drink you drink. It's how you sleep. It's the love you have in your heart for people. Okay, you know, it's not a spirit where you envy some people, or you're jealous of some people, or some people, they hold so much envy and jealousy and negativity and bad vibes and bad feelings for people that it shows on their skin. It literally shows on their skin. Somebody is asking, what's my makeup brand? My makeup, I also use Lancome. I use a few Bobbi Brown. And that's it. Yeah, and then I have MAC lipsticks. I do not use MAC powders. My foundation and my powder is Lancome and a couple of Bobbi Browns. So I'll say most of my skincare is 75% Lancome, maybe 20% Caudalie, and then lipsticks. This is a Ruby Woo from MAC. I only use MAC lipsticks. I don't use their powder. MAC powder never worked for me. So Lancome. Hopefully they'll reach out to me and I can be their spokesperson and their model and show them how using Lancome products for over 20 years has helped my skin. Okay, let's focus, guys. Enough of beauty. Let's focus. Okay, let's focus. Okay, I've put my filter back on just because I want to. Okay, let's focus. So the topic for today is expectations for men and women in a relationship. The lady asked and she said, should a man expect sex after defining the relationship? And should, you see now you can tell that there's a filter, right? Because, yeah, something, I don't know. Should the man expect sex after defining the relationship? And should women expect gifts and financial support? Who is ready for me to start today's talk show? If you're ready, please show me, post some teacup emojis. I know I did this at the beginning, but many more of you have joined. If you're ready for me to start talking about expectations, can you please post some teacup emojis so that I'll know that you're ready, okay? Post some teacup emojis. I'm drinking green tea. I love my green tea. Okay, I see one teacup emoji by Sharon White. Sharon, thank you. Who else is ready? I see one more by Amber Cersei. Who is ready? Somebody posted 6 teacup emojis. I know definitely. Let's go. Yes, let's go. Let's go. So, let me start off by saying this. Okay? Hello, Eve. Hi, Vivacious Eve. So Diallo, thank you. Everybody, thank you. So let me start off by giving you this bombshell. Expectations in a relationship often lead to strife and to divorce. I'm sure you were not expecting that. I made my notes. Expectations lead to one of two things in marriage. Either you start having strife and it leads to divorce, or you just start to live in a living hell marriage. Expectations are dangerous things to have in a relationship or to have in a marriage. Okay? They're dangerous. Why do I say that? Because anytime you as an adult, and I'm talking about you're 18 years old and above, if you're 18 years old and above and you expect anybody in this world, you expect anybody in this world to do some things for you, to be something for you, you are setting yourself up for disappointment. I repeat, if you as an adult and you're 18 years old or above, and you expect anybody, your boyfriend, your parents, your sister, your brother, your uncle, your auntie, your teacher, anybody, you expect them to do something for you or to be something for you, you're setting yourself up for disappointment, and you're setting up yourself for sadness, depression, and all of the negative things. The only person you should expect something from, okay? Oh, really? You just posted that? Absolutely. The only person you should expect something from, and you should expect the best from, is yourself. So this question about, should a man expect sex after defining the relationship, or should a woman expect gifts and financial support, after defining the relationship? These are the things that lead to divorce, okay? It was my expectation that the ex would protect me against his toxic mother that led to my divorce. Because before my divorce, like many of you know, if you followed me long enough, those of you who've been following me for a long time, you know my story. I had an overbearing mother-in-law, and people warned me before I got married to my ex that his mother was going to be a handful and I shouldn't get married to him because of that. Even his own dad had told my parents to talk to me that if I want a happy marriage, I should not get married to his son because his mother would interfere and it would eventually break us apart. I didn't listen because I expected him. Okay, this is what I used to say then. I was naive. I used to say, oh, but we're moving to England and we're moving to America. She's going to be in Lagos. How is she going to break up her marriage? What are they even talking about? We're going to be far away from her. And yes, if we're in love, if we're husband and wife, who is she to interfere? So basically in my mind, I was expecting my ex to fight for me, to protect me. I was expecting him. I had made an expectation in my mind that he would be a protective husband. He would shield me from her abuse. But I was disappointed. I was disappointed because I was expecting a certain behavior from another adult. Expectations lead to negativity. They lead to disappointments and depression. The only person you can expect anything from in this world is you. I'm talking about humans. Obviously, there's a lot we trust God for. Even with God, we don't expect God. That word expect is actually a negative word. Okay? Anytime anybody starts off with talking and saying, but I expect her to do this, but I expect him to do that, that alone, should just make you just like tune that person out, because that word in itself is a negative word. Expectations, are negative words. I'll tell you only 2 scenarios where expectations are valid, sort of. If you're a child, if you're a parent and you're parenting a child, right, who is below the age of 18, so a child from birth up through 17, if you're parenting them right, you know, you're leading by example, you're telling them the do's and don'ts of the world, you expect them to follow what you're saying because they're still minors and you have a calling as a parent to guide your children, right? Agreed? So you'll expect your child to listen, to follow instructions. You'll expect your child to be respectful. You do the work to parent your child, to give your child all of the guidance, all of the tools to be a respectful human being so that he won't be a problem to society. That is, you have the window period between 0 to 17 years to expect your child to listen to you. The other scenario where you are expected, right? And there's a few others, but these two are the most common. The other scenario where you are expected to do something is if you are an employee, right? You apply for a job, you get the job, they show you the employee handbook, they show you what your job duties are, they show you what your job responsibilities are. Absolutely, you are expected to follow that employee handbook. You're absolutely expected to follow the duties and the responsibilities of that job, because if you don't, you will be fired. You will not have a job, okay? So those are the two common expectations that I want to say. But when it comes to relationships, let's come back. When it comes to love relationships, romantic relationships, expectations will lead to strife, eventually to divorce, or if you're not one who is strong enough to walk away from a toxic marriage or toxic relationship, expectations will guarantee that you will be in living hell in that relationship. Okay? Expectations will guarantee that you will be in living hell in that relationship. Now, let's take the first part of her questions. Should men expect sex after defining a relationship? They can expect whatever they want to expect until now, until Jesus returns. Okay? Men can expect whatever they want to expect. They will stop expecting if they don't get it. Okay? So, there's many of you who post on my comments, oh, you know, you're saying we shouldn't give them sex until this, until marriage, until this, until that, until 9 months after, until this. Oh, but these days, men expect sex by the second date. Oh, men expect sex by the third date. Let them keep expecting. Let them keep expecting. If they finish expecting and they don't get it, they'll either abide by your standards or they'll leave. Okay? Or they'll leave. Or I guess some will also cheat on you. So if a man starts to tell you that he expects sex by the my stepsons are downstairs, that he expects sex by the second or third date, and you are not willing to give it, you stand your ground. And if he keeps talking about it and says he won't tolerate it, what kind of relationship is this? Nobody ever says this. Women, tell him, you know what, it's fine. I'm not every woman. My name is Iyabo. You guys know me. I know how to say that. Have you seen some of my comments? When some of those toxic people start to compare me with people, I'm like, my name is Iyabo. My name is Dr. Iyabo Webzul. You can compare me from now until eternity with whoever you want, but I'm not them. This is me. I'm here. You're on my platform. So this is me. Don't compare me. So if he insists that, what are you talking about? All of the women out there, they give sex by the second or third date. Who do you think you are? Just say, that's fine. That's fine. I wish you all the very best. Okay? Just say, that's fine. I wish you all the very best. Please go ahead and find those women. Please go ahead and date them. But me here, you cannot make me change my mind. I wish you all the best. Stand your ground. Women, relationships are very, very easy. They're very simple. We are the ones that make them complex. If a man is showing you, why would you even want to stay with a man who doesn't respect your standards? You can bet, you know exactly what's going to happen if you get married to that man. He will never respect anything you're saying. He will never listen to you. He will control you. He will expect you to listen to everything that you're telling him. So if a man is showing you who he is, believe him. If you say, I'm sorry, I do not believe in sex before marriage, I'm going to wait till marriage, and he says, what's wrong with you? All of the women there, they give it to us by the second or third date. What's the big deal? This is 2025. They just say, you know what? That's fine. Just say, that's fine. I respect your viewpoint. But you're not going to get it from me. So please go ahead and look for a woman who will give it to you. But that's not going to be me. So women, some of the things you say, it makes me just laugh and chuckle when you say, oh, but men expect it. Well, let them keep on expecting it. If they expect it and you don't give it, then you retain the power. Okay? You retain the power. And I promise you, if you stand your ground with that man, he's going to go off, think about it, and he will come back in reverse, coming to beg you. But you have to give it time. It may not happen in your timeline. Okay? But expectations always lead to bad outcomes. So, should a man expect sex after defining the relationship? It's up to what you want. Okay? Nobody can expect you to do anything because you're not anybody's slave. Okay? What do you want? Do you want to stay celibate until marriage? Do you want to stay celibate until 9 months? Do you want to stay celibate until 12 months? It's your body. You make the rules. You make the rules. Unless he ties you down and you're in captivity, right? If you have the ability to walk away, to express yourself, you make the rules. Nobody expects anything from you. Stop letting men control you. Okay? There's a difference between respecting a man and allowing a man to walk all over you. There's a big difference. Many of you don't know the difference anymore. Did you hear me? There's a big difference between letting a man control you and respecting a man. You can respect a man, and you must respect a man, and in parallel, never ever let him walk all over you. Respect does not mean being a pushover. Respect does not mean being a doormat. Okay? You open your mouth, and with gentleness, with humility, but with sternness. I don't know if that's a word. You express yourself. You tell him what your standards are, what your boundaries are. And stop being scared that you'll never find a man. Oh, if you have standards, if you have too many standards, if you're too choosy, if you have too many rules, like those toxic people post on my page, dating has no rules. Everybody should do whatever they want. That's the most toxic statement you can hear. Dating has no rules. Don't listen to Dr. Iyabo. And it's usually the men who post that. A few women do, which I just look at the women, I'm like, this woman is going to really suffer heartache in relationships. Most of the time, it's black men. It's black men, African American men who come and post. Don't listen to her. Let everybody do what they want. Thank you. This one is from J. Crew. Thank you. It's from J. Crew. It's actually really inexpensive. It's like plastic. It's from J. Crew. It was less than $50. Yeah. So when they say dating, there's no rules around dating. Everybody should do what they feel is best for them. Don't listen to those people, oh. Don't listen to them. Though the people who say there are no rules, they are the ones who want to break rules. The men who always say there's no rules around dating. Everybody should do what they want. Those men, run away from them. They are the control freaks. And the women who say those, they are the ones with low self-esteem. If you hear a man saying there's no rules around dating and marriage, everybody should do what they feel is best for them, those are the control freaks. They will ruin your life. And then the women who say that, who say, oh, all of these rules, there should be no rules. Well, these are just too many rules. Those are the women with low self-esteem. Yes, absolutely. There are rules when it comes to dating and relationships. Why? Because you're dealing with somebody else's life. There are rules. I'm not saying you have to be rigid, but absolutely there are rules. If you want to live your life on your own, yes, maybe there's no rules. Do whatever you want. But when you are including the life of another person, you absolutely have to have rules. They're called boundaries. They're called boundaries. But going back to expectations, okay, we've talked about the expectation of men. Now the expectation of women, my sisters. Okay, should women expect gifts and financial support from men? I know this is a controversial one, and I know many of you will not agree because many of you still have this mindset that men must be providers. If you're saying men must be providers, okay? Those of you women who are out there, you quote Bible verses and this and that. Men must be providers. Men must provide all the money and provide all the financial support. Okay. If you say men must be providers, if a man then tells you that woman, you must be my sex provider. Whenever I ask you for sex, you must provide it. Woman, you must be my cleaner. Woman, you must be my chef. Woman, you must do as I say. Woman, you must be quiet when I tell you to be quiet. Woman, you must stop wearing that dress because I don't like it. Right? Woman, you cannot go out because I told you to stay home. How would you feel about it? Okay? This is why I say expectations are dangerous. Because women, we like to say that, oh, men must be providers. They must be providers. They must provide for me and provide for the children and provide for the household and provide for this. And a lot of you who want men to be providers, your taste is not even like humble. You want him to provide you with a Mercedes Benz and to live in the best house on the hill and to do this and to buy you this and to buy you that expensive. Yeah, well, men must be providers. But on the other hand, you don't want a man to control you. No. This is why, expectations, like I say, lead to problems. So if you are expecting a man to be your provider, you have to be ready for him to expect you to be whatever he wants you to be. If you like that arrangement, then it's fine. If you are saying that a man must provide the money and he must provide finances and he must provide this house and this car and everything, and Mrs. So-and-so's husband provides her with everything, so therefore your husband must provide you with everything. Okay. Are you ready to listen to your husband to say, if your husband tells you everything you must do, you must parent the kids, you must resign from your job and be a stay-home mom, you must be my chef, you must be my cleaner, you must do my laundry, you must. How will you like that? How will you like that? So the person who asked this question, if you're not on this live, I hope you'll watch the replay. Expectations are dangerous and they never have a positive outcome. The only person you can expect something from is yourself. If you want a man to provide money for you, you have to provide money for yourself. If you want a man to buy you clothes, you buy the clothes yourself. If you are expecting a man to provide a house for you, you better work and start looking for a house to buy yourself. Okay? This is why happiness, people find it hard to be happy or to be peaceful because of expectations. If you keep on expecting from people, you will be disappointed, you will be sad. A lot of suicide comes because of expectations. I'm telling you, because they are disappointed in somebody, not in themselves. They are disappointed. If you have hope in yourself, okay? If you have hope in yourself and you do for yourself what you're capable of doing, if you empower yourself, you will not be depressed, you will not be sad. People get sad, they get depressed, they get dejected when they have too high expectations of other people, but low expectations from themselves. I'm telling you, people who are depressed, they have low expectations of themselves, but they have high expectations of other people. You'll hear them, oh, but my mom, I'm so disappointed in her that she did this. You know, I could not believe that my mom could do that. I could not believe that my dad could do that. How could they do that? What kind of husband is that? I cannot believe that he treated me like that. Can you believe that I asked him for money and he did not give me? Can you believe that? Can you believe what my mom said to me? Can you believe how my sister treated me? Humans are going to be humans. You will be disappointed if you are expecting a certain behavior from people. You know, the reason why my life is a life of low stress, even when I was going through my divorce and everything, I had a lot of high expectations of myself. And my dad helped me further in this, letting me know that, look, stop fighting this man for this amount and that amount. Know what you can do for yourself. Let him sign off the important things to you and let him go. And empower yourself to be able to handle your life when he leaves. So the saddest people, the most depressed people, the most confused people, the people with the most chaotic spirits, the people who don't sleep well at night. If you're suffering from insomnia, if you don't sleep well at night, ask yourself, who on this earth do you have high expectations about? The people who don't sleep well, it's because they have high unrealistic expectations from other people. If you have high expectations for yourself and you depend on God to bring those to you, and you're not relying on some husband to change or to say sorry to you or to stop cheating on you or to stop mistreating you or to stop slapping your face or to stop degrading, or if you're expecting him to change, you will continue to have sleepless nights. Okay? So I hope you understand. If you understand what I'm talking about, please post an emoji or say yes or something, because you guys have been quiet. I know you're listening. And if you have any questions, please type them. But do you understand what I'm saying? Expectations will bring you sorrow and grief. So if you understand what I'm saying, post an emoji, post a teacup emoji, let me know. Because if you are expecting people to act a certain way, you will be disappointed a lot. You will live a long life of disappointment, of sorrow, and you may even live a short life. God forbid. It's not our portion. Okay? You know, and this also is the same thing as finger pointing, right? Expectation is finger pointing and not taking personal responsibility. They are all first cousins. So, you know, in a relationship, expect a lot from yourself. So now I want to do an exercise. Which of you on here are single? Those of you who are single, I want to ask you a question. If you're looking to get married, and if you're watching the replay on Instagram or YouTube, please, type it in the comments, or please, this is not a top, it's a dress. Did you say very interesting top or topic? This is a dress, but anyway, if you're single and you're looking to be in a relationship, or you're looking to be, I'll read your question in a minute, or you're looking to get married, answer this question. What are you expecting from marriage? Thank you. I can't say your name, King something. Yeah. What are you expecting from that relationship? What are you expecting from marriage? What are you expecting? Why do you want to get married? Can some of you answer that question for me? Why do you want to get married? What are you expecting to get from marriage? Why do you want to get married? So can we have some honesty here and some vulnerability? Why do you want to get married? What are you looking for in a relationship? Can some of you start typing that? What are you looking for in a relationship? Why? You know, if you're single and you want to be coupled up with a man, you want to be married, why do you want to get married? Okay, somebody says, I'm from Angola, I'm looking for a good husband, I'm 45 years old. Okay, what do you mean by good husband? That's very vague. What do you mean by good husband? Somebody says, I'm expecting to live alone with the man and want both to be financially independent and good physical life. Okay. So what you mean is that you want to live with a man and you want to be financially independent and have a good physical life. I'm not sure I quite understand what you mean. Somebody says companionship. Okay, I like that. That's valid. Some other people, I want you to tell me, what are you looking for in marriage? Why do you want to not be single anymore? Somebody says they want to be happy, they want to be whole. Okay, I want to talk about that. Givens Freeman, are you male or female? I can't really tell, sorry. I want to make sure I'm answering the question from a female point of view. So Givens Freeman, are you male or female? Because Givens, you said you want happiness and you want wholeness. Okay? Okay, so Givens, can you please let me know? Because you said happiness and wholeness. Okay, Givens Freeman is female. And she said she wants happiness and she wants wholeness. Let me ask you a question. Right now in your life, are you feeling happy already? And are you feeling whole already? Yes or no? Please answer that question. The person who said happiness and wholeness. Are you feeling happy already right now as a single woman? And are you already feeling whole with yourself? Please answer that question. Okay? Somebody says, one partner who can be with me always and stay loyal. Okay? So the person who wants one partner who can be with her always and stay loyal. So, do you love your own company right now? Do you enjoy being alone right now? Do you enjoy your own company right now? And are you loyal to yourself? When you say you're going to do something, do you do it? When you say you're going to work out, do you work out? When you say you're going to stop eating bad foods, do you stop eating bad foods? When you say you're going to stop drinking alcohol or doing whatever you say, when you say you're going to start a business, do you start the business? Are you loyal to yourself? Are you loyal to yourself? So all of you that I'm asking these questions, please answer them. This is very important. So miracles of deity. You said you want one partner who you can be with always and stay loyal, who will stay loyal to you. So right now, do you enjoy your own company? And right now, are you loyal to yourself? Do you break promises to yourself or do you keep promises to yourself? Okay? Jalpa Cabra says, I meant good companionship and good, beautiful times together. That's good. But I have a question for you, Jalpa Cabra. Right now, as you're single, Do you create beautiful times for yourself? Right now, while you're single, the things you're hoping you can do with your husband, are you trying to do some of them on your own now to create beautiful times for yourself? Okay? The glowy doll says companionship, emotional support, someone else to list on my emergency contacts because my other family members are getting old. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's another dimension. The glowy doll. You said you want companionship. Do you like your own company? Do you give yourself emotional support? Right? You know how to do that, right? Do you give yourself emotional support? Do you take walks outside? Do you exercise regularly? Do you give yourself quiet time? Right? Do you journal? Do you read the Bible to stay connected to God? What kind of emotional support do you give to yourself right now? Okay? What type? Somebody says, I love love, but I want to give love to the right person. Okay? Melrose Dawn, I love that. Will you say categorically and confidently that you love yourself? If so, how do you show love to yourself? Do you eat right? Do you exercise? Do you limit stress right now? All of your dreams and goals, the book you want to write, the business you want to start, all of those things, the financial independence you want, are you keeping your promises to yourself to show that you love yourself? Are you doing that? Givens Freeman says no, working on it though. Let me go back to what your question was because now I've forgotten. Givens Freeman wanted happiness and wholeness in a partner. And she was honest enough to say that no, what I asked her is no, she's still working on it. So, if you want happiness and wholeness from being with a man, if you are not yet happy on your own and you're not yet feeling whole on your own, you will never attract spiritually. I don't like using the word energetically because it's more like new age. You will never spiritually or energetically attract the man you're looking for. You're always going to spiritually or energetically attract a man who is at that level like you or maybe even lower than you. You will never attract a man who is going to be able to make you happy or make yourself whole or make you whole, because you have to first know how to give that to yourself. I'm telling you, this works like magic. This is why after I took my 2 years off to really go inside, go within, to really find out what it is I needed from myself, and I worked on it and I gave myself those things. That was when my husband showed up like that, like magic. I traveled the world with my daughters. I published my book. It was doing well. I did book signings. I launched my book. I wrote at the United Nations. I was happy. I was enjoying myself. I bought this house. All of the things I was thinking I was waiting for a man for, I started to do them myself. I scaled my business to millions of dollars. That's when I was able to spiritually attract a man who would be able to compliment me and to make those things even better. Okay? So, I also want to receive love from Givens Freeman. No, I'm giving you hugs from here because I love your vulnerability. I love your honesty. Not every woman can do what you just did. But do you guys understand what I'm saying? I also want to receive love from the right person because in the past I gave love and most don't know how to reciprocate it. Okay, Melrose Dawn, you want to receive love from the right person. How are you giving yourself love right now? How are you giving yourself love? Tell me how you're giving yourself love, because if you are not giving yourself love, you will never be able to spiritually attract somebody to give you the love that you are expecting. And this is why expectations are dangerous, because you have low expectations for yourself, but you're going into this dating life, going into this relationship life with such high expectations from a man that you will surely be disappointed. Yeah, you will surely be disappointed. And I'm not trying to be negative here. It's the truth. No, I'm not loyal. Okay, I'm both sassy, saying the truth. I love you women. This is why I love my community, because you guys you have such a growth mindset. I love the women that are attracted to my work, because you're like the cream of the crop. You're like the top 2% of women, because you guys are ready. You're ready to learn and unlearn. Amble Cersei says the truth. She says, no, I'm not loyal to myself. From now onwards, I will work on it. Thank you for raising my awareness. You're welcome. You know, this is why I want women to think. Because many of you say, oh, I've been single for 12 years. I've been single for 15 years. I don't think I can ever get married. There's many good men out there. But the problem, the reason why many women are not attracting the men they want is because they are expecting too much from men and expecting little from themselves. It's the carousel I posted yesterday where I wrote that, are you sure you're ready? Are you sure you're ready for a relationship? Are you sure you're emotionally, spiritually, and financially ready for a man? Because many of you are quick to say, oh, there's no good men out there. They're all toxic. They're all married. They're all narcissists. They're all this. They're all that. There's no good men. But have you wondered what your role is in there? Everything you're expecting that man to give you, are you already giving them to yourself? Okay? Expectations will cause you to be depressed, to be disappointed, and you will always be searching for happiness and you'll never find it, because you are giving yourself a pass, but you're expecting other people to give you what you cannot give to yourself. Did you hear me? You cannot give those things to yourself. How on earth do you expect somebody else to give them to yourself without that relationship getting toxic? Should I repeat? Ladies, many of you expect men to give you things that you cannot give to yourself. And you get angry, you get mad, you start complaining, oh, there's no more good men, there's no more this. You're expecting a man to give you something that you cannot give to yourself. And you actually expect that relationship or that marriage to be happy? No, you're setting yourself up for disaster. You're setting yourself up to be in a living hell. I'm telling you. Ask any woman. Women will pretend and say, oh yeah, I'm actually happy in this marriage where my husband gives me everything. He's bought me a car. He bought me a Mercedes Benz. He bought me a Bentley. He pays for all the trips. He pays for this. He pays for that. I don't have to do anything. I just stay home and I'm happy. I give you 2 years before you go into depression. Yeah, honestly. I give you 2 years. Don't be deceived. All those women you see out there who you think are happy because their husband does everything for them. Their husband takes them on this trip and that trip. They've never worked a day in their life. They've never done this. Their husband does everything. He does this. They are not happy. Okay? There's no human being in this world who can feel happy, content, and fulfilled if he or she is not fulfilling his own purpose or making himself in a way productive to society. Okay? God did not just drop everybody on this earth to come and expect a lavish life from everybody. No, that's not how it works. They're deceiving you. They're not happy. They could come out dressed flashy from head to toe in all of their flashy things, saying it's my husband that bought it for me, and you are wanting that life. Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. Most of those women cry themselves to sleep. They're not happy. They're trapped because they have to show up in all of those shiny designer stuff and pretend like they're happy. They're not happy. So be careful what you wish for. Okay? Be careful. Paula Goretti says, I'm feeling happy because I have peace on myself and got my heart jobs and my boy with that's too long. I can't read it. Nowadays, there's no true love, ma'am. No one needs serious relationship. Okay, I don't think you're listening to what I'm saying. Thanks for the insights. Just realized most of the things I desire in a partner, I haven't really given myself. Exactly. Well, at least a few of you are listening. Nails by nail mode. What you're looking for in a partner, are you giving it to yourself? Because if you don't, you're setting yourself up to be in a marriage that will be living hell. Ma'am, I want to meet someone. What I should do that he can say yes and come to me? Yeah, okay. I hope you guys are following what I'm teaching here about expectations. Melrose Dawn says, yes, ma'am, I read a sad story last night about a lady that got scammed because she wanted to marry a rich man. Yeah, the man ended up raping her daughters. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. You see? Expectations. That's where expectations lead you. Expectations always lead to disappointments. There was a question. I don't want to miss that question. Let me go back and look. Okay, so there are the questions from Miracles of Deity. Ma'am, what to do if a boy is mistreating, ignore, not giving time, and hurting you, always due to some reason? Please, can you tell? Okay. If a man is mistreating you, ignoring you, not giving you time, and hurting you, what more do you need? Excuse me, I just burped in you guys' face. What more do you need? You want him to kill you and then you'll know that he doesn't like you? If a man is mistreating you, ignoring you, not giving you time, and hurting you, please respect yourself. Move on, leave him alone, and you need to heal. And don't go into a relationship again. Take about 2 years off or 5 years off to heal, to repair your self-esteem because it's quite low, to repair your self-confidence, your self-worth. Leave him, respect yourself, leave him, block him, move on, and stop dating until you heal yourself and you can raise your self-esteem. Okay? So I want to go back to the question of what are the expectations for men and women in a relationship. And I want to talk about the love languages. And before I talk about love languages, I want to say here that please, I'm not putting down this book. I'm not putting down the author of this book. Do you think men and women should be friends first? No, I don't think so. If you want to have a romantic relationship, have a romantic relationship. Okay, all of this, should we be friends first and then we can, no. If you want to have a romantic relationship, okay, before I go to love languages, there are many questions. Do I think men and women should be friends first? No, stop wasting your time. Men know what they want. If a man wants you to be his girlfriend and he wants it to progress to fiancé and wife, he knows. And that is what you should do. Stop letting men waste your time. If a man comes to you and he says, can we be friends first? He's deceiving you. Okay, he's deceiving you. He's not trying to be your friend. He's looking for a sleep partner. Okay, he's looking for a sleep partner. Absolutely not. If you're out looking for marriage, do not accept friendship from any man. He's going to waste your time. He's going to use you as a placeholder. He's going to use you as his emotional support. You will be used and dumped. Don't be friends with any man. If you're out there looking for marriage, look for marriage and value yourself. Please, ma, I understand the aspect of being able to fund my expectations, but should we not expect anything from our relationships? Okay. Expectations are different from boundaries. Okay? Boundaries are actually for you. They're not for the other person. So at the end of the day, expectations don't work if you put them on the other person. For example, okay, if I tell myself that I will not tolerate a man who puts me down in front of other people, right? Okay? You're setting a boundary for yourself. So you can tell him that, do not talk to me like that in front of people. It makes me feel disrespected. It makes me feel belittled. Please do not talk to me again like that in front of people. You're setting a boundary. Okay? Now, if he breaks that boundary, there has to be consequences. Okay? That is a boundary. It will become an expectation if you are expecting him to change, even though he keeps showing you that behavior. I don't know how to explain it, but expectation is expecting somebody to be who they're not. If a person is showing you repeated behavior and you're expecting him to change, you are the problem. Okay? So expectations and boundaries are on the same spectrum. You as a person should expect a lot from yourself, meaning you should have boundaries. So if you have told somebody once that you will not accept this kind of behavior from him, and he keeps doing it, then you have low expectations from yourself and you have high expectations from that person, because you're sitting around waiting for him to change, and he has shown you over and over he's not going to change. So you're expecting somebody to change for you, and you have low expectations of yourself to be able to assert your boundaries. So boundaries and expectations are on a spectrum. They are, I hope you guys understand. Many women have expectations because they sit down waiting their entire life for a man to change for them. Meanwhile, the man shows them over and over and over that he won't change. And once you show a man that you have low expectations of yourself, but you have high expectations from him, the abuse will never end. Did you guys hear me? If you keep showing a man that you have low expectations for yourself and you have high expectations for him, he will continue to abuse you, and you will stay in that sorrow. Did I answer your question, the person who asked that question? Yes, it's fine to have expectations from a relationship, but you have to manage those expectations. If an expectation goes from setting a boundary to having high expectations from your partner, you will go into depression. That relationship will not be good. I hope I'm making sense here. Somebody says, I once dated a man who was very intentional in the beginning, but we had a disagreement and he took offense. Should I have apologized or just let him be? We're not exclusive. I once dated a man who was very intentional in the beginning, but we had a disagreement and he took offense. Well, I'm not hearing the whole story. If it was your fault, then you apologize. If it's not your fault, you don't apologize. If it's his fault, he has to apologize. So you have a disagreement, but was it your fault, or did you just have like adult banter where you just discussing back and forth and both of you did not agree with each other? You know, that's not a question I can answer here thoroughly, because I have to know the more information. This was a great example, actually. Good, I'm glad. One person gets expectations so much and other one don't want so much expectations, in that one person gets hurt. Yeah, Exactly. There's already naturally an element of friendship in a healthy relationship that develops. Yeah, don't be friends with any man. If you're looking for a romantic partner that will end in marriage, don't be friends with any man. If a man comes to you and says, "Can we be friends?" just say, "No, I don't want to be friends. I have girlfriends. I don't need to be a friend." So I asked him for a Valentine's Day gift. Okay, so you see, Melrose Dunn, I love you guys and your truthfulness and your honesty. Melrose Dunn now is giving me the context. She said the man was very intentional in the beginning, but we had a disagreement and he took offense. Okay, that there is a problem. That is an expectation. Why are you asking a man for a Valentine's Day gift? If he says no, then it's no. Buy yourself the Valentine's Day gift. Okay? Buy yourself the Valentine's Day gift. Men are not Father Christmas. A man is not your Father Christmas. A man is not your dad. He's not Santa Claus. Okay? He's not Santa Claus. So, all of this Valentine's Day gift, stop expecting so much from people. It's like women, all of these material gifts that you keep expecting is what keeps ruining your relationships. If you want a man to buy things for you, buy them yourself. If you can't afford to buy gifts for yourself, it's not a man's job to buy gifts for you. Men are not Father Christmas. Okay, let me talk about about the love languages and then end this. I want to talk about expectations in the context of the love languages, okay? And please, I'm not criticizing that book. I've never read it, actually. I had no interest in reading it because I read the synopsis when it came out many years ago, and I wasn't interested because I didn't believe in the basis of the book. Everybody should have a specific love language. So you either have to choose whether the way you want to be loved is by words of affirmation or by acts of service or receiving gifts or quality time or physical touch. To me, I'm sorry, with all due respect to the author, to me that just didn't make sense. A relationship consists of all of those things. A relationship should consist of all of those things. All of those things should flow naturally in every relationship. Words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts if you want to, quality time, physical touch. Why does everybody have to have just one love language? And oh, what a surprise! What a surprise. Most of my sisters out there, white, black, Asian, most of my sisters out there, their love language is receiving gifts. Oh, what a surprise. How convenient. How convenient that the way you want to be loved is receiving gifts from your boyfriend. Really. Men are not ATMs. If you're expecting a man to give you gifts, you better be ready for what he expects from you. If you expect a man to be giving you gifts, and that is your love language, receiving gifts, be ready for the man to control you, to abuse you, to tell you to sit down and cook and clean, to tell you to shut up your mouth, to tell you that you cannot talk to him like that, to tell you that, so what if I cheat on you? What's your problem? But I'm the one who bought that Mercedes Benz for you. I'm the one who gives you this and gives you that and gives you that. Be ready to be emotionally abused by that man, probably even physically abused by that man. Are you guys listening? I wanted to use the example of the love languages in all these expectations. Okay? If you want a Mercedes Benz, you get up from your butt and you go and find a job that will help you buy a Mercedes Benz for yourself. I laugh when I see all these women on Instagram showing, shouting and being happy. Oh, he bought me a Mercedes Benz. There's one I saw one day when I was scrolling. And I'm just like, what an embarrassment. laughing, and she was so happy. She ran out of the house and she was like, he bought me a Mercedes Benz. I'm so happy. So Mercedes Benz is what makes you that happy. If a man buying you a Mercedes Benz makes you that happy, you have a lot of internal issues you have to deal with. Okay? You have a lot of internal issues you have to deal with. If a man buying you a flashy car makes you that happy, you have a lot of internal issues you have to deal with. And this is why social media can be very toxic, because people look at all of these things. Women look at all of these things and they start all of this, but he must be a provider. He must provide me with money. He must provide me with, and then when the man says you must shut up, you get angry. Right? If you're saying a man must give you money, it's his job. It is a man's job to provide for you and to fund everything you're looking for. And then when the man tells you to shut up your mouth, or that you should sit down there and quit your job and you must not step out of the house, or you must cook and clean for me, and you must, not do this, and you must not, and he starts to abuse you. But you started it. You are the one who started with he must provide for you. You quit your job. You dropped all your goals and dreams. You were looking for this man who would pay all the bills, who would put you in a paid off house, who would buy you all the clothes, who would do all of these things. You expected a lot from a man, and you expected almost nothing from yourself. And now you're miserable. Now you're miserable. Somebody is saying people-pleasing tender. This is more than people-pleasing. So I hope this topic helped. I don't even remember the person who asked this question, but expectations will lead to depression, will lead to divorce. That's why, if you're just joining it, that's what led to my divorce. You can watch the replay and see how I explained it. Expectations are a no-no. Expectations are a no-no. So let me read your, but Dr. Iyabo, I don't think that it's strange to be pleased with a gift regardless of who gives it to you. You are misinterpreting what I said. If somebody gives you a gift, take the gift. I didn't say you shouldn't take gifts. I said you should stop expecting them. Ladies and gents, please listen to what I'm saying. Okay? Listen to what I'm saying. I did not say do not take gifts. However, while you're dating, do not take expensive gifts. Yes. When you're married, if your husband gives you a gift, take it. But stop asking. If he asks you, what would you like for Christmas? What would you like for Valentine's Day? Then tell him. If he doesn't ask you, let him do what he thinks is best for you. And whatever he does for you, appreciate it. Thank him. If he brings you one rose for Valentine's Day, tell him thank you, give him a hug, and appreciate it from the bottom of your heart. It's the thoughts that counts. I'm not saying you shouldn't take gifts from your husband. Take gifts from your husband, but do not expect them. Okay? But when you're dating, do not take expensive gifts. But that's not the topic for today. I can remember you made a post that ladies shouldn't ask for gifts or money from men they want to get married to. And that's very correct. Yeah. If you want a man, if you're dating a man and you want him to choose you as his wife, stop asking for gifts. He will either run away, you'll either scare him away, or he will get married to you, and that will be the beginning of your abuse. Especially if you just sit down and you don't do anything. Okay? Especially if you just sit down and you don't do anything. Love is much more than giving material stuff, guys. You ladies, you're so focused on receiving material things from men that you ignore all of the other important attributes. Is he kind? Is he honest? Is he trustworthy? Is he consistent? Is he Christ-like? You know, is he clean? What does his house look like? Does he take care of his surroundings properly? Is he a good father? If he already has kids, does he call his kids? Does he see them regularly? You guys are so focused on gifts and flashy stuff that you miss all of the other red flags and all of the attributes, the important attributes you should be looking at. You know, if you guys need money and you're so starved of gifts, then stay single and work hard to provide gifts for yourself. Your husband is not Father Christmas. Your husband is not Santa Claus. Okay? Show me in the Bible where it says that a man is a man if he can shower his wife or girlfriend with gifts. It's not in the Bible. Please, go back and read the Bible and read the 9 fruits of the Spirit. Love, peace, joy. You know, that is what you should be looking for in a man, the 9 fruits of the Spirit. Not if a man can give you a bag for Valentine's Day or a car for this. You know, gifts, give yourself the material stuff. Give yourself the material stuff. So, I think I'm done. I think I'm done. I hope that it's true. It's true. You know, men are not Father Christmas. So, I think I'm done. This topic was expectations. Should a man expect sex after defining the relationship? And should a woman expect gifts and financial support? No. No. The answer is no. But go back and watch my 1.5 hour video and you'll get it. It's going to be, yes, the 9 fruits of the Spirit. Somebody said all red flags ignored from my ex. Exactly. That's why he's your ex, because you probably had unrealistic high expectations from him and you had low expectations from yourself. We women, we have very low expectations from ourselves. You know, instead of us, making sure we're eating healthy, making sure we exercise every day, making sure we're sleeping well, we're limiting stress, making sure that we're fulfilling all our dreams and goals, starting that business, being consistent in our online business, being consistent in writing the book we want to write, being consistent on practicing public speaking, being consistent on just making sure that we're this person that we're expecting from somebody else. The things we cannot do for ourselves, we're expecting it in a man. That's always going to lead to trouble. It's going to lead to major disappointments. So women, take this video seriously. Share it with a friend. Please share it with a friend. So anyway, that's it. Expectations, stop having them. It's a negative word. It will lead you to trouble. I hope you enjoyed this. I should be back next weekend, or I may take next weekend off. I'm not sure, but I'll let you know during the week. The replay will be on my Instagram. It will also be on my YouTube. If you're not yet subscribed to my YouTube and you're watching this replay on Instagram, run to YouTube now. Search for @Dr. Iyabo. It's the same handle as my Instagram. Make sure you subscribe and start binging on my 500 plus long form videos. I have a lot of videos on my YouTube. Don't miss them. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time. Bye-bye.